to Bandle with crossing. Nice, lovely map. You know, in the land of Bandle City where all Yordles reside, you know, it's very cute and fluffy over on that side. So very interesting to see how Triste plays out this Ekko Illaoi composition. Time Winder starts, followed by the assist, and now this has allowed Manic to just keep up the pressure, but with the Triste following out the tag, we managed to find the overhead with the S2, and the low connects. Not able to find the conversion, tags to switch up to create a sandwich, and they'll be able to find themselves a nice cross-up. And now, as the tentacles keep the combinations going, Manic is in fact going to be saving their break. Wrath of Nagake Borrow is going to keep the pressure up, but the pushback from the assist, giving them some space, get up attack. Oh, but what a nice read from the down S1. The break is end up going to be forced out, and jumping over the down S2, and Ekko is just going to keep up the relentless barrage. Continue on the combo into Time Winder Super, using the clone to create a nice mix-ups. And it is just a slew of barrages as the combo keeps going. They managed to get the command grab from OTG, and that is all they wrote. Triste throwing in an absolute barrage. Patience is a virtue, but now Manic has got themselves on the forefront. Orb of Deception Super coming out, going down for the ground bounce, limit break. They have got the Fury. They managed to go up ever so quickly. Pushback, forcing them away, and they connect with the S2. And this is all they wrote. Triste is going to be taking round number 1 in spectacular fashion, might I add. S2 starting to the clone, just try and keep up the pressure. Has forced Manic back, having to block against the Time Winder, and trying to go for some juicy mix-ups with the Source. Is going to be able to find the connection onto the low. Is going to be forcing the break out. And now that Triste has got the momentum going, Illaoi is now put into a corner, and Ekko's clones are just going sicko mode into the Time Winder S2 Super. Those clones are going to be making a real meal if Manic's not careful. Able to claw the way out, but the situation is still dying. They missed the down heavy anti-air, and now all of a sudden Triste's taking back the turn, and now we've got a bit of a sandwich situation. Keeping up the pressure. Illaoi is going to be keeping Ahri up, and those tentacles are going to keep the combination going. Slamming down. There is no rest for the wicked, and down goes Ahri. Not a moment to breathe. Illaoi versus Illaoi, manages to find the cross upon the jump, and now it's Manic's turn to put Triste into the corner. He's like, how'd you like these apples? Get a taste of your own medicine, son. Manages to keep up the combo, finding the pressure in the corner. S1 Super once more. Down they go. Reap what you sow, and now it's a 1v1 scenario. Nice little air dash coming out from Triste right there, just to hop over. Good spacing with the Time Winder. Not able to quite follow up with the overhead, but the Fury is now going to be taking over, and Manic managed to take back their turn. They're keeping up the pressure, and now Triste is trying to find space, trying to just do a little bit of a duck and a weave, and they managed to continue on, and then they managed to cancel out of the hit, the breaks. Not something that I've seen before, but it's something done spectacularly, and Triste is going to be taking game number 1. What a spectacular first game coming out from these two. Triste doing incredibly well, and now as we get straight back into the action, Manic relentlessly on the pursuit. Manages to connect. The tag out, saving Ekko in the nick of time, allowing Triste to just kind of get a bit of breathing room. And now that Triste has found Manic in the corner, we know his Illaoi is absolutely devastating, and the Time Winder assist to now force out that break. You're hitting the wrong person, Manic. Happy birthday into the corner, taking out Ahri, and now it's all up to Illaoi. Manages to connect with the S1 neutral, but that overhead is going to find them. Good block, but not going to be enough, as they're going to get ground bounce now, and now back into the corner they go. We've seen this tale happen before. Wrath of Nagake Borrow Super coming out. A good attempt on the roll, but it's not enough. Round 1 of game number 2 going to Triste. Triste now has series points. Time Winder into Tentacle Smash assist. A lot of damage. Now we've got the Spirit Rush going. Manic not able to find the OTG sweep. They are going to get anti-ed. They're going to get caught out by the air time winder. They managed to find the down Foxfire. Pursuit is relentless. Ekko is an incredibly fast character. You cannot take your eyes off the screen for a moment. Otherwise, you are going to get punished. The break is going to get forced out. Down S2 coming out. Able to connect, but their clones are just too saucy. And now we have got the Time Winder assist into the Time Winder, B&B. Tag launcher coming out. Slamming down. Wrath from Naga K Boros. Super coming out. Relentless barrage. And now Manic can only do is block, and as that cross-up comes out, are they able to continue the block streak? Yes, they are, but the command grab coming out from the tentacles is going to find them. They managed to take the turn, but down goes Illaoi, and now Manic still has an opportunity with Ahri. They managed to connect with the Foxfire Blast. Out comes the Orb of Deception Super. B&B combo coming out. Are they going to find themselves a limit strike? Yes, they are. They're going to try and build up as much meter as they can. Stalking Dart to try and get the mix-ups. Nice parry. Ekko is going to get happy birthday whilst the parries are coming out. The block strings coming out from both sides have been absolutely spectacular. And Triste is still keeping up the defense. Nothing is getting past this impenetrable wall. Ekko is starting to take chip damage, and so is Illaoi. There's only so much that they can do before they just get whittled down and broken like China. Oh, a little tricky. Having to force the Fury out from Triste, and that's a good grab into the corner. Using the Time Winder into the clone to try and fake them out and mix up the sauce. And the Time Winder Super is going to chip them down enough to take the series. It looks like very much a beta day one composition. A lot of sauce with both those characters, but incredibly difficult to pilot. Both characters difficult and skill expressive in their own right. But let's see how both players find themselves. Tags coming out from both sides and manages to find the overhead from Xerplus. And ooh, the Vault Breaker tag coming out. Oh, and now Laust has found themselves catching Xerplus, using those denting blows, keeping them into the corner. And the Spirit Rush assist. The Xerplus takes the corner back, keeps them in there. They're trying to use all the tricky mix-ups, and they manage to find themselves a Laust sandwich. But Laust is going to take the corner back, take back their turn. Going to be continuing on the barrage of assaults. Xerplus is just trying to keep themselves in a safe spot. Air dashing over, but not going to be able to find anything. The Crater make it assist, stopping them in their tracks. Spirit Rush assist. Trying to connect, but now Xerplus has managed to find themselves an opportunity, and they're using it to no end, finding themselves an elimination onto the Vi. Now it's all down to Ahri. Time Winder, air grab, nicely done. Dash cancel into the Orbs of Deception Super, into the bounce, sending them into the other side. The Stalking Dark, using them to keep the pressure up. Oh, almost catching them with the mix-up. Xerplus is able to find the blocks, but the chip is just going to be too much. Ahri versus Ahri. HP deficit for Xerplus, so have to be mindful. Oh, the super assists coming out. Trying to get tricky with the air dashes, but Xerplus is so low on HP that if they're not careful, they're just going to get chipped to death. Unfortunately, it was very much a do or die situation, and the options were very limited for Xerplus. So they are around down. Nice air grab into downwards Foxfire Blast. Getting a little bit of damage onto that Ahri, but now Xerplus has found themselves an opportunity to send up Laust into the corner. Time Winder, Clone Super, but they're going to get caught out by the grab. Laust saw that roll coming from a mile away. They are going to find themselves a bit of a mix-up now from the Oki. Ahri B&B combo coming out, all the Deception Super. We know how this book goes. This is one script that is read, written into Tag Launcher, catches them in the air, denting blows continue on the combination into the corner, and now the Vault Breaker Super just sending Xerplus to the hospital with a broken jaw. And now the absolute relentless pursuit coming out from the Ahri Vi combination. We can see why this is so deadly. Oh, very nice conversion now from a tricky situation from Laust. We know we've been seeing them in the lab. Now as the anti-air comes out, Xerplus is going to be taken out, and game number 1 is going to be going over to Laust. So how is Xerplus going to be able to find themselves coming back from this 1-game deficit, going straight into game number 2? Laust is not letting up. Oh, trying to go for the parry, but just mistimed it. Laust holding down that S1 super. Now the electrics are coming out, keeping Xerplus in the air. He is going to be seeing nothing but Vi's fist. Parry coming out. Nicely done. But the mix-ups are going to be trying to come out, trying to keep Xerplus in that corner, but Xerplus managed to get themselves a turn back, but that's going to force out the break. The Sorkendike is going to leave them vulnerable, and now Laust is going to capitalize on this moment of weakness. Now, out comes the ground bounce into the tag launcher, but not even needed. Oh, nearly gets punished for that whiff there. Nice catch on the low. Nice grab. Now is Xerplus able to find anything off of this? Get Up attack is just going to force him away. Vault Breaker assist is going to allow for a little bit of a mix-up to come out, and now all of a sudden Laust is teaching Xerplus the power of his fist. Chip damage is going to be coming out, and there's not much that Xerplus is going to be able to do. So Laust finds himself onto game point. Xerplus are very much the deficit. He's got a set of strings that they need to block, and they're able to block it, but that low into grab is going to find them. Crater Maker, oh my goodness, into air grab, followed into the Crater Maker special, but not much is going to be coming out of it. Break resource is having to be used. Now we have got the Ahri combo coming out. Xerplus is in fact going to send him into the corner, not opting to use the Orb of Deception super. In fact, going to keep the time going, and it's allowing Ekko to set himself up. And oh, with the grab, forcing the breakout, and that jump was read like a book. Nicely done from the pushback, allowing Xerplus with the S2 to just smack Vi back into the ground. So Laust just waiting out for the super assist. Patience is a virtue, and if you're Laust, you have got an abundance of it. Trying to keep up the pressure. Assist super coming out from Vi just to keep up this pressure, and there's not much that Xerplus can do. Getting caught by the air grab, and Laust's relentless pursuit has paid off dividends. All the Deception super coming out, he's holding that down, he's going to be rebounding back, but not if you get hit. Now all of a sudden Xerplus finds themselves using 2 meters for the Time Winder super. Blocking the super, blocks the cross up, able to evade. What a parry coming out from Laust. Not quite able to fully capitalize on that conversion. But they didn't even need to worry about it. Didn't even break a sweat. That was going to be a 2-0 victory for Laust. Well played from, pop up a little bit more recently, especially a lot more in, competitive play. Like Warwick, Darius, Blitz, Jinx, Brom, all those characters tend to be lower tier, but some way, somehow, they're slowly starting to make more of an appearance. And with that being said, Gambo is going to start things straight off by sending Laust into the corner, forcing that breakout. Tag coming out, ooh, nice to get a nice block, but now Laust manages to find themselves, finding that combination. Orb Deception super, keeping up the pressure, manages to connect.
Yeah, and now it's going to be the tag in, and a big catch from Gambo here onto the Ahri. Can spend the meter here. Is going to handshake tag out. Big damage on this one. Unfortunately not going to be dead there, but nice info from Laust to stop the pressure.
Yeah, and the break is going to be forced out from either side, but ooh, very nice block of the burst coming out from Laust, keeping up that pressure. We are going to be having a little bit of almost a happy birthday situation there for what it started off with. Get Up attack is going to be forcing Laust back into the corner, and what a nice air grab. And that's going to be into the S2 super, building up some of that bloodlust for Gambo.
Yeah, about halfway there is Gambo. Potentially a switch into the Vi, yeah, there it is. And that's going to be full damage. Can spend the bar as well to confirm this one. I think they're probably going to. No point in saving this. Ooh, unfortunately doesn't get the wall combo all the way there. And actually it might be 1-to-1 on the characters, Panda, and there it is.
Indeed it is, and now it's Vi versus Warwick. So if any of you have seen Arcane, we kind of see where this script is kind of going, but is it going to be the end result that we kind of see? Laust is incredibly low HP, that chip damage coming out. Yeah. Faked out, you know, the force field. Nicely played by Gambo there.
Yeah, really nicely done. First round on the board for Gambo. All important first round as well, because, you know, you get that kind of break advantage going into round 3, knowing you can, you know, kind of not necessarily give up round 2, but you can choose not to utilize all of your resources there with that 1 round buffer in the tank.
Exactly, and speaking of resources, Laust use their burst, but it's been wasted, unfortunately. And look at all that damage coming out. The combos are relentless, the denting blows, keeping Ahri against the wall. Not able to... Oh my goodness, what a block from the get-up attack. What a read by Gambo.
Yeah, and really nice block and punish, but I don't think that was unexpected because Laust did the same thing in round number 1 there. So some really quick adaptations from Gambo is going to lead to them getting a massive advantage in round number 2 as well. And the pressure at the wall handshake tag, but nice interrupt from Laust to try and get out of there, but unfortunately Gambo going to pick this one up and finish off game number 1.
That they are. Tell you what, that was a really nice interrupt from the Vault Breaker from Gambo there onto Laust's Crater Maker Super. That could have put Gambo in a bit of a tricky situation if it wasn't the case, but they secured game 1 for themselves.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think this was an interesting matchup. Laust actually, I think, you know, going with some different ideas with Ahri Vi, I think normally you would tend to see these two characters move in and hold the forward button a lot more, but here you can see Laust actually outputting the jump backs a lot of the time and actively utilizing the Ahri projectiles, and that's pretty interesting. That's not a kind of idea you see from these two a lot. Normally you'd see the rush down, but I think Laust is trying to go for some whiff punishment here, and unfortunately he's getting caught by Gambo a lot of the time, Panda.
That he is, but Laust is one of those Ahri Vi players that knows defensive options, and it's starting to work out well for them as they're able to keep Gambo into the corner. Oh, that tag launcher not able to find its mark, but Laust is able to play patiently, keeping up those electrics, pushing Warwick into the ground, and that is just a lot of damage that you just cannot keep blocking.
Yeah, absolutely, and eventually you're going to get stuck at the wall in this sort of situation yet again, and you're going to have to be forced to take the mix-up. And you can see right there that Laust, with a very, very solid win, a couple hits away from perfect, and manages to keep Vake going into round number 2 as well, Panda.
Yeah, that's a lot of resources kept, but all that overhead ground bounce nearly found a lot of its mark, but Laust hot on the heels onto Gambo. Backing away, just keeping up the pressure, keeping them into a sandwich situation, forcing Gambo to use that break. Oh, the parry just whiffs. Wow. Nearly gets him there. And what a nice Vault Breaker into a little Gambo sandwich. Orb Deception Super. Now we're going to be seeing Laust is going to be just sending Gambo back into the corner, using that Stalking Dark for a mix-up opportunity. But what an assist coming out from Gambo there.
Yeah, nice throw back into the corner as well to switch up the situation and make Gambo the aggressor there. Just going to be a little bit more patient, the push block to try and get out of the corner, and a really nicely done actually from Laust there with the push block to find the space to get out of the wall and get the combo onto Gambo. Unfortunately, that is going to be a dead Vi.
That indeed. Laust playing the defense incredibly well, you know, keeping up the space, able to find their mark, but I'll tell you who also found the mark, Gambo, as his relentless pursuit is just going to keep them going. The wall bounce is going to be used in spectacular fashion. That's going to allow Gambo to hop the level 3 super.
Yeah, that's very huge damage, and Fury on the table for Laust as well, but Gambo's coming up to it and is going to backdash away, potentially trying to fill out the timer for Fury here. Oh no, nice interrupt right there in the middle of the screen. Just going to be putting out the strings. Still has Fury available. Nice backdash away to try and pick up. Nice air throw. And this is going to be into the corner. A very dangerous situation. Fury is popped.
Yeah, that's Fury having to be forced out because Laust knows he has to win this one if he wants to take the game and, you know, even the scores. But what a nice block coming out from Laust there into Vi's level 3 super. Spectacularly done. Good read onto Gambo there. And that's going to be game number 2 going to Laust, as we're going to our final game of this series.
Yes, that is correct right there. And, you know, it's been interesting watching these two play it out, because the more I see of this game, the more I feel like there's some scrambly situations where both players are really trying to, you know, win those, and those are the defining factors into who actually is going to get the round. Is those small situations, and who picks them up and manages to get the advantage is going to pick up that round, because after that situation it tends to become a snowball.
It does. I think a lot of the skill expression comes from the fact that how are the players able to adapt to suddenly changing situations, and a lot of it is taking place as Break is having to be forced out from Laust, and Gambo is going to continue on using that Creator Maker into the Creator Maker Super into a happy birthday situation. That's a lot of damage coming out from both sides. Tag coming out onto Warwick to just keep up the pressure. Oh, whiffs the parry. Not able to find any pressure from Laust, but they do find the connection onto Gambo now. Now this is Laust's opportunity to just send Vi into the wall. Quite a boxing match. And oh, do they manage to connect? No,
wow. Yeah, that's going to be a dead Vi. Oh my days, just the Ahri in the back with Fury nowhere near in sight either. But 2 bars on the board can do something with that. And especially since both characters are relatively low, one combo is going to pick up both of them. Yeah, that's 1 down.
Indeed. So we're going into a very, very close 3rd game. And oh, the command grab into the air is just going to finish it off.
Yeah, very well done from Gambo to pick up that round there. That was so important to get that momentum in the all-important game number 3, of course. Just going to be trying to move forward, move back. And again, like I said, you can see these backdashes trying to find a way to get them with punishment in there. But unfortunately, Gambo is just fully committing to the aggressive option. And the backdashes are just not creating the whiffs that are needed for Laust at the current moment.
No, they are not. Gambo has got his metal to the pedal, and he is going to keep up the aggressive plays going forward.
Oh, nice throw.
Ooh, nice air grab coming out from Gambo. Look at this mix-up situation into a 1-girl Wrecking Crew into the corner. Backward sway, trying to just create some space. Oh, the Foxfire blast into the parry from Laust. Oh, but not going to be able to find anything out of it. And now Gambo is going to keep up the relentless pressure. Warwick's combos are devastating. OTG command grab into the flurry of swipes into the S2 Super. Now the Vault Breaker. It's not even needed.
No, not at all. Can keep the bar in the back for the Ahri. Probably won't need it. It's 1 tap away. Even a 2L is going to actually catch this and pick it up for the end of the game. But still potential. I've seen people make these comebacks.
Oh, I think we might be seeing one here, Hako. Now, all Laust has got to do is just play patiently enough. But unfortunately, chip damage has got something else to say about it. And Gambo's going to pick up a 2-0 in game number 3. You know, being an incredibly aggressive player, we'll have to see how Triste, you know, deals with that.
Yeah, and the thing is, Triste uses freestyle as well. And that can lead to even more situations which you really aren't prepared for. As we know, Triste is a lab demon and will find all sorts of setups to catch you off guard. So, especially with freestyle, that opens them up to a lot more of those sorts of situations.
That they do, and now Triste has managed to find themselves in a situation where they put Gambo into the corner, and with Warwick running, catching them on the overhead. Oh, the electric force fields finding Triste once again. Can they keep the pressure?
And now the backdash just trying to find their way in. Nice little catch. That's going to be at the wall. Going to get a straight hit on the Illaoi, but the jump over to put Gambo in the corner. Really nice jump over cross up overhead from Triste there on the Illaoi. Is going to get the setup available as well. This is going to be so dangerous.
That it is. I mean, the setup is relentless, and it's not even giving Gambo a second to breathe. I was talking earlier about how Gambo is a vacuum, but Triste is just taking back the air. But that S1 Super is going to connect from Gambo. Continuing on the pressure. Command grab OTG into the S2 Super. It's going to be tagging out thanks to that double down. That is nice denting blows. Yeah. That combo is just going to be sending Illaoi down.
Yes, very nicely done to get the secondary pickup off the wall bounce. I know that's a difficult one to turn around on, and then really nicely done from Gambo to finish off round number 1 by just picking up the stray hits there and finding their way in. Nicely done there, but we'll see how Triste adapts.
That we'll have to see. Oh, that Time Winder spacing out from the Warwick, but that's allowed Gambo to just rush in with Vi's just uppercuts and relentless barrage, denting blows into the Crater Maker, not being able to find anything. The hold, Vault Breaker, not going to catch anything. But this dog is going to be catching the Zornite as they keep them in the corner.
Yeah, really nice back throw to keep them in the corner and get the additional damage from the wall combo to confirm that dead character on the horizon. But now the electrics coming out from Gambo yet again, and it's looking overwhelming for Gambo in game number 1. I think Triste needs some time to adapt to this playstyle right here, because it's looking pretty one-sided right now.
That is indeed, like, it's almost looking like I'm looking at a different player compared to what I was seeing earlier, and now Gambo has just kept that pressure up, and that is a clean 2-0. I mean, Gambo is making me eat my words early. He must have heard me saying Triste is going to win 3-0. Oh,
yeah. You know, some people thrive off of that sort of mentality. When you say they can't do something, and they're even more motivated to go ahead and do it. And some people swing the other way, where it's like you need to give them the confidence that they can do it for them to be able to do it. But either way, I think both these players have confidence in themselves to win this set. And Gambo off to yet another good start right here.
Indeed. Oh, what a parry! Oh my god, what a parry coming out into the throw. Oh, they bait out the get-out attack. That's forcing the burst out. And keeping up the barrage. The Crater Maker assist coming out, continue to grab the air grab. And now Triste is just getting themselves beat up from electrics to the wall.
Oh my god.
They're going to get smacked down.
Oh wait, that's not dead!
That's the slither of a... You know what? Hopeful.
Yeah, Magic Pixel. I mean, if there was an opportunity for Triste to tag out there and regain the grey health, I'm sure they would have done it, but I think the situation was just too dangerous and it would have allowed the Illaoi to get caught. I think it was just too obvious to tag out there. But Illaoi gets caught anyway, and yeah, there's going to be a meter spend here as well. This might be dead here.
Oh, it's 100% going to be dead. I don't think Triste had a chance to press any buttons after that switch. It was just a one-sided massacre.
And again, Gambo 3 straight right now from Gambo, and Triste is just getting kind of overwhelmed by the pressure that's getting output. See, there's a lot of situations where I feel like Triste is winning these kind of neutral infractions, but Gambo is finding a way out of the situation and reversing it so they can output their own pressure and then snowballing off of that. As you can see right here, you know, Triste won the opening infraction, but now Gambo has got Triste in the corner and it's just looking so dangerous.
That he is. I mean, Gambo, like you said, finding the ways out of these tricky situations. That Time Winder just to keep Ekko a bit of space, and that's allowing Triste to find the pressure, and that they do. Now the Illaoi combo in the corner, you know, it's a nice, easy little bread and butter coming out for them. The Tentacle is going to keep the combinations going, slamming down. The S2 super coming out. The pressure is relentless. It keeps on going. There's not much to that Gambo is going to be able to do, and the chip damage is just too much, and down they get slammed.
Yeah, and especially with a ton of extra damage on the Warwick in the back as well, is looking even more dangerous right here. And there's no bloodlust on the horizon, no nothing. It is so bad for Gambo right now. Triste looking to get their first round on the board, and I think they'll do it with this combo right here. Yes, they're going to spend the cash and firm it out, and that's going to be their first round on the board here.
That it is. This could be the start of a great comeback from Triste, but only time will tell. Forcing out the tag to keep the Vi out, and Warwick is going to make an explosive start, coming out with the S1 super, confirming the hit in the air. And we can see how much more bloodlust is being generated now compared to last round. It's almost like night and day.
That Warwick S1 super always reminds me of the Goku Black DBFZ super. The one with the scythe. I don't know why, the animation just looks so similar to me. But Illaoi just going to get this combo in the wall with the Ekko, and still trying to find their way out of the wall, but Burst going to keep them in there. Really nicely done to output the break to keep them under pressure from Triste there.
Yeah, that it is. The push block going to keep Gambo into the right side, but Triste unfortunately catching themselves on the wrong side of this wolf's mouth. And these density blows keeping them into the corner. The Vault Breaker super keeping them in, followed by the S2 super coming out from Gambo. And look at that Bloodlust that's being built halfway through now.
Yeah, it's just damage, isn't it, Panda? It's like always coming out there, and here comes the Bloodlust, and now it's just even scarier, that damage on the board. Not to mind the, you know, the general chip you get, or the combo damage you just get naturally from playing Warwick. Now the Bloodlust is out, it's just even scarier.
Exactly that. Warwick is already a scary beast, but in that Bloodlust he's even scarier. But the test of will super being popped out, with being taken into the depths, seeing Nagake borrow themselves, and down they fall. It's all up to Warwick. Has got the Bloodlust, so can output. Oh, there's a lot of resources at Gambo's disposal, and they don't even need to use anything.
No, Fury gonna get popped. They might actually need to use something, but no, catches the Illaoi on the jump in. Nicely done from Gambo, and they're gonna go 2-0 up in this set. And Triste needs to do something. From
Triste's side, he's just seeing this absolute onslaught of barrage just being thrown out of him. And at what point do you know you can take your turn back? It's very difficult, and Gambo is playing that strategy to a T. Now we might find an opportunity here for Triste as they manage to connect the overhead into the Time Winder super. Continue on the combo. They're just going to put Gambo into the corner now, keeping up the pressure, getting that limit break. Time Winder to keep up the space, and look at this sandwich situation they managed to find themselves in. Manages to convert off the low. That's a nice break.
Yeah, get out of the corner there. And this is the other way of doing it that I really hadn't mentioned, Panda, is that if you find the opponent is too stifling on the offense, the other way to do it is to stifle them by outputting your own offense, because if they can't output any buttons, how are they going to output offense? So this is the other way of doing it from Triste's end, is just to play a little bit more aggressive and take those scramble situations as they come and try and win those out with more buttons, rather than playing a bit more patiently.
Exactly. You know, if you can't beat them, join them. Fight fire with fire. And Triste's been able to do just that. Managed to find themselves the first confirmation of the elimination in this game, number 3. With that being said, Gambo is going to keep on the relentless pursuit. They're going to keep Triste in the corner, but Triste's managed to find their turn back, and they're going to keep up the pressure. Tag launcher, sending out Illaoi. Yeah, are going to come out, finding themselves in a good position.
This is the situation we talked about earlier, Panda, where it's so difficult to find your turn. Nice jump over punish from Gambo, but we found that Triste finally managed to find their turn in amongst all of the Gambo pressure, right? And so finally there's some gaps that Triste is exploiting, and again there they found the gap and they're exploiting it. So they're actually utilizing both of the adaptations we mentioned earlier to their full advantage, and maybe Triste's found their way in right now.
I think Triste is finally starting to understand the gameplay loop of Gambo, and they've been able to exploit the weaknesses expertly to find themselves round number 1. But that being said, Gambo is going to keep up the pressure, forcing out the break. And whose turn is it going to be? Oh, it looks like they're both trying to just take each other's turn back, but the electric force field catching Illaoi, but not before the switch up. And oh my goodness, Triste has now found themselves in a Gambo sandwich. They're getting sliced up, sent packing to the other side.
Yeah, and now here we go. Triste is going to get all this damage on the Warwick, and I feel like this is the character you really want to remove first, if anything. But unfortunately, Gambo finds their way in, and this is going to be a very dangerous and maybe a dead Ekko if they choose to spend the meter for it. I think they will. Yes, they are. And that is going to be a dead Ekko, and just the Illaoi in the back is going to have to carry this one by themselves.
That they are. Now, this is a very different ending to Arcane than I initially remembered, but you know what? The script does start to write themselves at some point, but we might be seeing ourselves a dead Warwick in a second.
Yeah, and unfortunately, here comes the enemy. Vi is on the way. Oh, nice! Harry, you demon! Oh my days, on the full engagement. What a catch. And Fury gets popped straight away. Oh my days. That's going to take it to the wall. Fury gets popped. The break. Oh my days. The get-up attack coming through. This is so dangerous. They're both on even life, Panda.
That they are. The Fury meter is getting dangerously low for Gambo. There's not much of a window for them to continue the pursuit. And now the Fury meter popping just in the nick of time for Triste. Oh, the HPs are relatively equal, but now Triste is finding themselves in a bit of a sandwich situation that they're not able to get themselves out, and that level 3 super is going to get popped and I think that's all they wrote. Gambo is going to be taking this round securely.
Yeah, massive scramble at the end there, and the great news for Gambo is that they got rid of Triste's Fury, which means they have no break meter heading into round number 3. It's so important for Gambo, and that is so huge for them heading into this potential round where they're looking to get a clean sweep. But Triste, off to a great start here, has already got their sap at the wall as needed, and is probably going to switch into the Ekko here as well.
Yeah, they are. They're just going to pop the S2 super to just keep up the relentless pursuit, but all that grab taking them out of the super and the relentless pursuit to just push them away. Triste able to find their turn again, using the assist to just put Gambo back into the corner. This is one story we've seen one too many times, and now the Illaoi is going to send them down. Oh, they're going to be using the S1 super to just slam them back. Able to connect them with the command ground.
Oh,
now happy birthday! Down goes one.
Yeah, that was the chip damage from the Triste tentacles right there. That's going to take out the first character and got solid damage on the character in the back as well. This is so good for Triste to, first of all, try to start and mount a comeback. I think Gambo needs to pop the Fury, realistically, if they want any opportunity of winning this game right now.
Oh, they block the get-up attack, and now they keep their turn going up. They might not even need to block, pop the Fury. But they do lose the turn, so Triste is going to be back onto the assault, but they do whiff the pressure. And now, do they connect? No, they don't. Oh, Triste's keeping it up. That chip damage coming through.
What a catch! Oh, can't convert.
Oh my god, popped. Everything's getting popped.
Okay, Fury, popped. Just going to stay in there. Everything whiffs. Oh my days.
Oh
the
my
catch
goodness.
from the Illaoi.
That's it.
What a scramble at the end there, Panda. Got my heart rate moving, and Triste is still in this one. But if there was one wrong move, Gambo could have easily brought that back with a Warwick in Fury.
Oh my goodness, that was in fact the closest situation I think both of them have found themselves in. And now Gambo is coming out swinging, not letting up a second. Oh, but Triste hot on their heels. Oh, the Time Winder super not able to connect. Creator Maker assist, stopping them in their tracks, but they're getting caught out by that Time Winder. Break has been forced out by from Gambo, and again by Triste. So both resources have been spent, and Triste seems to be the one that comes out on top.
Yeah, and they're going to put this one into the corner as much as they can. They're going to spend some of the cash, not all of it though, just to get as much setup as they can going. But nice fight out of the corner from Gambo. Yet again, somehow finding a way out of the S2 super. And that is absolutely demonic defense from Gambo to find their way out of that situation.
Indeed it was. What a scramble out of that situation. And even though they were getting pressured early, they managed to just take the turn back. And Triste is going to get caught by that level 3. And I feel like this Ekko is down and out for the count. So it's all going to be up to the Illaoi. That it is.
Yeah, it will be down to the Illaoi, but that Fury bar is halfway there, and there's still a meter in the back for Triste to spend as well. So this is not looking as dangerous as you might imagine it, especially with the Warwick so low and the chip damage coming through in the corner here.
Yeah, not much that Gambo was going to be able to do once he was placed into that corner thanks to the Illaoi.
Oh, straight hit!
Oh, did they connect? No, they don't!
The Fury pops though!
That's Fury forced out because of it. And now all of a sudden Gambo is in a bit of a dire situation, but I don't even think that even matters to him because they're able to convert off this spectacularly. No Fury for Triste, and that's all they wrote. And Gambo is going to find themselves once again on series point.
Yeah, absolutely. They were very close to bursting out with Fury. There was Triste. Unfortunately, just got caught at the end there. They were looking to be in a winning situation at the endings and fractions of that round, but unfortunately, Triste just gets caught out by Gambo's Vi, and will send that one to match point for Gambo.
Yeah, what a parry coming out from Gambo, reading that down S1 like a book. And now Gambo is going to keep up the assaults. Triste looked like they were learning. The knowledge was improving, but unfortunately, it's just not enough to, to overpower Gambo because they are just going to keep up the relentless pursuit. Oh
yeah,
my goodness.
oh my days.
That is one deadly combination right there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And one thing I've noticed that Gambo's done is actually switching up their aggression timing from those first two games, and is actually mixing Triste up on exactly how their timing is looking. And this might be a perfect on the horizon to finish things off, Panda.
I think it might be that Bloodlust is getting popped into the OTG command grab. Oh, the pressure is still continuing on. Are they going to find the perfect? They might be able to in the nick of time, but no, they do not. Block the get-up attack. It's an opportunity for Triste to maybe turn the tides, but my god, this mountain is an absolute beast to climb, and it all takes one step to take out the Vi. Could this be the start of something great? That chip damage trying to find themselves and net a kill, but Gambo is just going to keep things going. And as we're coming down to the wire, Triste has got to play perfectly, but it doesn't even matter because down they fall to the Crater Maker.
Yeah, I couldn't get the Fury off in time for that combo, unfortunately. Costumes with the black and gold. I love to see this.
Indeed, indeed. We've got one side which is frame perfect, and then the other side is arcade. So in terms of combinations, both of them are fitting the fashion to a T.
Yes, absolutely, and we are off to start things off in this loser semi-final. It's going to be Laust who gets the better off the round start infraction here to the wall straight away. And you need to look at the fact that both of these players are going to be utilizing the Ahri, but they're going to be utilizing them in completely different ways, because it is really about the pilot when it comes to these characters and not the actual character themselves, because Ahri can be piloted in very different ways depending on the player.
That indeed, and we've seen how aggressive Laust is, and Xerplus has started showcasing themselves a little bit more of a passive playstyle, but patience is a virtue, as they say, but can it work out for them? Right now, Xerplus is finding themselves a fistful as they're just getting taken from one side of the wall to the other.
I mean, it makes sense for Xerplus to be a little bit more passive, mainly because we both know how much knowledge Xerplus has on 2xKO, the game in general, and they know their defensive options and when to press. But also, with Xerplus playing so passive, it might allow Laust, who is the aggressive player, far more opportunities in the neutral game to actually get in and output the aggressive options that they want to output. So you need to be careful about being a little bit too passive there from Xerplus.
Indeed, indeed. Too many defensive options is just going to leave you, open eventually. You're not going to be able to, punish the openings that your opponents creates for you. But it might be a little bit of a different story unless Laust has anything to say about it. Keeping up that pressure, keeping them against the wall, not giving Xerplus a moment to breathe, blocking that break. Not able to find anything out of that, but they're going to block up the get-up attacker and it's going to find themselves an S1 super, but not able to connect it from the rebounds.
Yeah, Xerplus is actually very good at catching the get-up attacks generally, because, like I said, they are so passive. They will wait for your option and then block and punish. So it is just like that, right? And so just needs to be careful just in terms of things. If the opponent is outputting too much pressure, Xerplus just needs to watch out in terms of, if Laust starts playing a bit more flame tight, then Xerplus won't have the opportunities that they've had early in this round.
No, that they will not, and these combinations are continuing on. The denting blows keeping Xerplus into the wall. You can see how much of the break meter has been built up for them, and now Xerplus is just getting hit by a relentless barrage, and now as the chip damage is coming out, they are going to find themselves a parry, but the spacing is too much. The 2x is trying to close the gap, but Laust just anticipated it. Calm and collected, cool as a cucumber, and deadly as a bee, as they're going to keep the pressure up. But Xerplus able to find their turn back, but not much more as they try to go in now as the aggressor. Not much is going to be able to get found.
Yeah, I must say some very, very nice timing catches from Laust so far. Actually switching up their timing multiple times during the course of the round to catch Xerplus off guard and catch Xerplus pressing, trying to play some keep out in the back row there. And now Laust with a massive lead, has break coming up as well, might not even want to use it, but still has it in the back pocket if need be. But here comes Xerplus, gets there straight here and is going to pop the burst. Laust with another opportunity to win this round right here.
Ooh, a nice super assist coming out from Xerplus. They have got the Fury, and if the pressure is getting a little bit too much, which it is, they are going to have to pop it. That throw coming out is going to do a lot of damage thanks to the Fury, but they are going to get caught by the Spirit Rush assist, and with that quick tag, and also round game number 1 going to Laust.
Yeah, game number 1 going Laust's way right here. And again, heading straight into game number 2, no worries no shenanigans, and just going to start things off with Xerplus getting a straight hit combo. Can't convert too much off of that one, and is going to force out the burst from Laust early, and Laust finally getting advantage of the situation and putting Xerplus back in the corner, Panda.
Yeah, that's a really nice use of their break to put Xerplus back into the corner. Now Xerplus has got their, their break meter filled up. Are they going to try and find a way to use it? Because now all of a sudden they're just starting to take a lot of chip damage, and with the mix-ups coming out from Laos, they're going to take even more. Switch coming out, trying to see if they can stop that air grab, which they do. They do block the anti-air, but with that push block, going to create some space. Laos is going to find a way into Xerplus's face, but Xerplus keeping up the pressure, trying to find the mix-ups, manages to connect onto the low with the replay coming out. They're going to keep the pressure up, keeping up the combos, and then Xerplus finally finds themselves an opportunity to just put Laos down into the ground, and with the S2 super coming out, messes up a little bit, but
the foam.
Laos is going to take that turn back, and with the anti-air is going to take Xerplus's Ekko down and out.
Yeah, what a brilliant back throw to find the gap in the pressure for Laust to put Xerplus back into the corner and take away the Ekko. And now Laust still has the advantage with that Ahri in the corner yet again. And it's looking so dangerous. Xerplus felt like they had their first proper advantage state there with all the mix-ups and mix-ups coming in from the Ekko.
Oh, the
but
parry.
this is crazy parry. And now Laust with maybe one straight hit away from winning this round right here.
Ooh, that whiff parry coming out from Xerplus. Not able to connect onto anything, just short. But now Laos is just going to keep the pressure up. Xerplus is so low. Burst break is going to be used out. Mix-ups not going to find their mark until they do. Xerplus can only block so much before they just get overwhelmed.
Yeah, and Laos now one round away from moving to the losers finals and into the first to threes. But gonna need to take this round away from the Xerplus first with some good defense, but the throw is not going to get teched, and Laos with that first combo damage advantage on the board.
Oh yeah, that one girl Wrecking Crew command grab is very, very deadly, but now Xerplus is going to show their prowess to Laos as they're keeping them into the corner. That Orb of Deception super doing dividends, going for the tag launcher, converting it off. Not going to be popping the S2 super from that Time Winder. Resources still in Xerplus's hands. Lots to work with. Oh, but the turn is going to be lost because of those Spirit Rush dashes. Oh, and those denting blows are going to find their mark. And so is the cross-up. Oh my goodness. Xerplus has found themselves in a bit of a precarious situation now. That Time Winder trying to connect create some space for the Stalk and Dart, but it doesn't even matter because the Electric is coming on. Goodbye, Xerplus. You're going to get caught by a level 3. Down and out.
Oh my days, the damage, the overhead cross up into the damage. Wait, they're still alive! Wait, the chip damage though. The chip damage.
The chip damage. He's not got much room. Magic Pixel. Can they find anything? Oh, they got caught on the grabber. Oh no. This could be it.
Nice throw. It was a good switch out from Xerplus to try and get the grey health back onto the Ahri. And they're going to find a stray hit here to get a combo off. And spend the meter to cash out on Laust's Ahri. And now it's one character apiece. But if Xerplus even gets tapped by a 2L, this is going to be over.
Yeah, just a Vault Breaker. Just a punch straight to the jaw. You know, no messing around. Just
similar-ish play styles. And the thing is, we've known Triste for a very long time as one of the best adaptive players in these jam sessions for 2xKO. So with the extra games in terms of a best of 5, they may be allowed that extra bit of more time to adapt to Laust's game plan.
Yeah, and I don't even think that they're going to give Laust a moment to breathe. They must have been watching them play because they are keeping up that pressure, and oh my goodness, it is just absolutely relentless. There's not a moment to breathe. Now Laust is being forced to pop the break in order to take their turn back. They're able to do so, catching them in the air, not using the denting blows, but they are going to force out that get-up attack and bait it out and keep it going. The burst break coming out from Triste now. Oh, but that grab is all they need, and Laust has all of a sudden found themselves one character down. Ooh, getting tricky in the air, but it's not going to be enough.
Yeah, really nice, like, kind of box dash type thing from Triste there, aerial-wise. But also, you can see Triste getting the hang of dealing with that aggressive play style during those last games. against Gambo, and you can see it paying off here against Laust, but Laust with some great aggression of their own in the corner here. This is going to be a lot of damage, and is going to get the Foxfire set up as well. Ooh, the low check going to get blocked really nicely, and Triste trying to find their way out the corner, but going to get pushed back, and this might be a dead Ekko, and it is Panda.
Laust manages to find Triste with that second half of this S2 special, allowing to confirm the kill, but with the chip damage coming out. Oh, they managed to find the mix-up, but not able to convert more off of that. Oh, the super coming out from the assist is going to do absolutely amounts of damage. Oh, they're trying to just mix it up. Triste is just waiting patiently, anticipating it, and manages to get the anti-air, and they are just going to close out round number 1.
Yes, very nicely done from Triste there with the anti-air. Great reactions on top there from Triste. And you can see that they're really understanding the way that Laust likes to play now. They're finding timings, and they're going to get the happy birthday off as well. Not too much, but I think they just unfortunately misaligned the combo because they were trying to get as much damage off from the happy birthday as possible.
That they were. I think they were a little bit too focused on the golden apple that was in front of them and missed the bigger prize. Oh, Ahri coming out, able to find, an initial amount, but not much more. So the break is going to be used by Triste to keep up that pressure. The overhead coming out, able to find the throne. Now, thanks to the command grab from the tentacles, it's allowing Triste to keep up the relentless pressure. And the close again, tricky. The mix-up is disgustingly fierce, and Laust just blinked and died.
Yeah, absolutely, and I love the early burst from Triste as well in this round to keep Laust in the corner. First of all, to remove the character, but also it makes sure that they're probably going to have a break going into round number 3, whereas Laust might need to use Fury to close out this round.
That they might. They had the Stalking Guard set up to try and get a bit of a mix-up, but now they're in a bit of a sandwich situation. Forced the Fury out, but it doesn't even matter because they're too far away. Oh, the little tricky setups are not going to be able to find their mark, and Laust is going to be able to block and take the throw. Oh, the super assist coming out, but Laust is going to get caught by the test of will, and down they fall, and Triste is going to be finding game number 1.
Yeah, into the depths they go. And I would like to say Triste's timing was absolutely immaculate during that game number 1. There was multiple moments where I saw the Ekko do some batter swing, call their shot, and say, hey, you're going to run into this, and Laust did just that.
Exactly that. And Triste is still getting tricky with it, keeping up the mix-ups, but Laust, all they need is just one fist to the face to just keep the electrics going up and sending Ekko into the wall. Down they fall. There's just, shot after shot, punch after punch, forcing the breakout onto Triste, parrying the Time Winder, but they're going to get caught by the tentacles, and that Crater Maker is going to anti-air them, allowing Laust to keep the pressure up. Space is now being made thanks to Ahri's kit, blocking that Time Winder. They're really keeping themselves at, distance away to keep them out of harm's length.
Absolutely, but a nice catch right there from Laust on the punish. This is going to be solid damage after the low, and this is going to be good damage. You're going to spend some of the catch as well on Laust here. Going to switch into the Vi, going to handshake tag back out, and now this is a very dangerous situation after the reversal from Triste.
Yeah, that sandwich situation was absolutely diabolical to be a part of, but Laust is able to keep the composure, using that Stalking Dart as a bit of a 1-2 left-right to just, keep the pressure onto Triste, taking out the Illaoi.
Yeah, Laust said, give him the old 1-2, Vi. That's the coaching mid-set between rounds there. And then this is going to be the level 3 full damage, optimal damage. I'm not sure if this is going to be dead. It is! And Laust going to take a round on the board here.
Nicely done from Laust. This is their start in losers final. So see how they keep going. The Time Winder hit, able to knock out the assist, but it doesn't even matter because Laust is able to find their mark into the corner. Triste goes. But they managed to roll out of it.
Wow. Yeah, I think Triste got a little bit too button happy there after seeing the Sidewinder hit on Laust. And they went in, and then Laust knew that they were going to go in off of that and just played it perfectly. But nice bait from Triste. Yet again, like I said, they're very patient, they're very punishing when they catch your timing, and they're one of the most adaptive players in the entire tournament. So you need to watch out when you see a patient Triste, because they're just here to find your timing.
Exactly. I mean, Triste is looking like a cold, calculated killer right now, and they are finding their marks. I mean, look how much pressure they've been able to take away from Laust. A lot of momentum has been taken away. Laust also trying to play patiently, trying to take a page out of Triste's book, able to find the parry to take back their turn. But how much is this going to last? It's going to keep going, and we can see that Laust has the Fury, but Triste is low on resources.
Yeah, pops the Fury, kind of has to at this point, but nicely done. Still has some health remaining. The block. Oh no, gets caught out by the long string. Didn't know where the gap was, and that's going to be the round for Triste. Gets the one on the board to even game number 2 up to 1-1.
Yeah, the scores on the doors are even Stevens. Now as we're going into our final round of game number 2, it is a relentless pursuit coming out from Laust, as if you have an explosive start. Not able to continue on the momentum, but they're able to take it back, find the electrics, sending them back into the wall.
Oh my days.
Poor Ekko. That hospital bill is really racking up the monies, as Triste is just going to get taken out so quickly.
Yeah, I don't even know what you do in that situation, because, you know, you can't hold the block for 20 seconds, right? Human nature to press there. But a nice happy birthday from Triste is going to be a nice way to pay off the debt from the hospital earlier on.
Using that Wrath of Nagake Boru's super to just keep the pressure up and keep Laust into the corner, and you can see how much chip damage they are going to take, but that connection is going to take it out straight away. And now Laust has managed to find their turn back, putting Triste into the corner, trying to have them have a little bit of their own medicine, but Laust is not going to let up, forcing the Fury out. Now Triste is on a bit of a time crunch now. They haven't got much room for error, but what's facing? Nice little shimmy. That's going to be the buy taken out. That's 1 down, 1 more to go. Half a Fury.
But Laust has Fury coming up and 6 bars of meter to spend and the health advantage. Yeah, it's not looking good for Triste, and we're just going to spend that one. We're going to spend the level 3. Hey, fall in love with me. Look at this. Let me make this a 1-to-1 game.
Exactly that. Laust is really putting in the work, putting Triste against the wall. I mean, the way it's going, it's anyone's game right now.
Oh yeah, I think this might be one of the closest sets of the entire tournament, Panda. This is looking absolutely slobber knocking right here.
That it is indeed, and now Laust is able to find a very explosive start, you know, sandwiching Triste, keeping up the pressure into tag launcher. The air grab is going to send Triste into the corner, and the assist coming out to try to just create some space, but it's not going to work, as Laust is just going to keep up the pressure. Break has been forced, but the electric force field just stopping them. And down they fall, and that was a happy birthday situation, and Ekko is down for the count. Are we going to see 2xKO, the title of the screen, in game number 3? No, not quite.
Or just short, but does get the round anyway, and that's the more important part about it. Just one little tap away from a perfect was Laust in that round, and that's what I mean when I say Laust is that sort of aggressive player. Will just overrun you, will just snowball once they get you in a position that they find advantageous, and it's so difficult for Triste to find the gaps when Laust is playing this tight.
Yeah, I mean, when Triste is being sandwiched between a rock and a harder place, it is very difficult for them to take their turn back, and it is just an absolute relentless pursuit. A barrage of blows is just going Triste's way, and there's not much that they can do other than use a time winder to keep them out of harm's way, and that even that is not going to be enough, because Laust is just going to keep it going. Orb Deception super, just coming out, just keeping up the combos, just keeping up the strings, putting them into the corner. They're going to find the tag launcher, grabbing them, denting blows, keeping up the pressure into the limit break to build up that meter. And that chip damage is just down and out.
Yeah, couldn't really block there, or else the chip damage would have caught you. But the hit's going to catch you anyway if you're not blocking. And down goes the Illaoi. And fortunately, Triste does have some advantage here in the corner, but there's so much work to do.
That is Time Winder super. We've seen how this story goes, but not this one. This is a completely new script, and this is a Crater Maker super coming out. Blocking though. Manages to keep the health. Oh my goodness! Is Triste going to be able to make this a comeback? They keep this going. They've got a lot of mix-ups going. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot going their way. Oh my goodness.
They have Fury as well.
Oh, this is going to be a close one, Hako.
Yep, Fury's right here. Gonna pop the Fury straight away. Here we go. Has no meter to burn though, unfortunately, if they want to get any big combos off. But they really need to move in on the Fury. And Laust has Fury as well. So even if a combo gets started, oh no, the jump over the low. And is going to catch for Laust. Really nicely done by them. Absolute barn banner.
Oh my goodness. There's nothing scarier than a cornered animal with nothing to lose, and Triste was putting on an absolute relentless pursuit. I was actually incredibly hopeful for them, but Laos is going to find themselves 2-1 up, but only by a hair. Yeah,
the thing is what I've noticed is that Triste is actually trying to use their bigger moves right now. So, for example, the Time Winder projectile and some of the big Illaoi swings to try and play some keep out against Laust moving in. But Laust has just been really, really too fast. And they've been committing to their options every single time. So Triste doesn't really have that much time to react and play the keep out the ideas that they want to do and find the timing of Laust. And so now we're forcing Triste into a situation where they need to adapt and play a bit faster, which is not necessarily their main playstyle, and Laust is taking a ton of advantage from that.
Yeah, I mean, Laust has got that go button just pressed down all the way to the max, and they're just going to keep up that pressure, and Triste has got nothing in their arsenal to stop this relentless barrage of blows. As they're just going to keep it up, and Triste is just getting mixed up, shimmied around, just messed about. There's nothing that they can do, no meter, nothing to their name, only they're back to the ground, and they're just going to keep finding themselves there. The tag launcher is going to be going out, the command grab, denting blows to keep up the pressure, and that is going to be one dead Triste, and Laust is going to find themselves another round on the board onto series point.
Yeah, and that is an absolutely amazing snowball from Laust after that first initial combo. You could see from then on, Triste didn't have anything they could really do. But now Triste off to a good start in this round, and it's very much needed if they want to get back into this set. But it's going to be the tag out, and we're going to be moving in. A nice catch on the interrupt, but the break is forced out, and now we're heading back into an advantageous situation for Laust. Panda.
Oh, what an anti-air coming out from Laust to just keep the strings going. And now this is just putting Triste back into a corner that they do not like to be in. Now we're going to go for the sweep. Trying to go for the limit break just to keep up the meter. But look at the barrage of pressure that's coming out. But, oh, Triste's going to find their turn back. And now that is going to be the break being popped from Laust. The time Winder super is going to take out by... Oh, but I think that Triste got a little bit confused with what just happened. But it doesn't even matter because they're able to take their turn back. And that's all that they care about. And now down Laust is the Nagake Boros. Super is going to get popped. Those tentacles are going to keep a relentless barrage. And that mix-up is just all they needed.
Yeah, nicely done. Hip hip hooray for Illaoi. But there's still more work to do. Job's not finished. Still another round to take the set to game number 5. We'll see what will happen right here, Panda.
That we will. So, bit of a defensive start from both sides, but Triste is going to be the one to find the upper hand, using the Time Winder and the clones spectacularly to keep Laust in a freeze frame situation. That pressure is going to be continuing on. That pushback is not going to find anything.
Oh, it's
just going to keep it going. The happy birthday is going to find one, and it's going to force Laust into a dire situation.
Yeah, remember when I said at the start of this game that Triste was looking at utilizing more of their keep out moves, and with the Time Winder hit, that was really big from Triste there to stop Laust from getting in and outputting the offense that they want to do. And now Triste is utilizing that to convert into even more advantage that Laust can't get out of. So again, utilizing that situation that they learned in winners finals to output both ways to stop aggressive pressure and try and win off of that.
Yeah, now with that Fury meter ticking down, there's not much that Laust is going to be able to do. They've still got a mountain to climb. They've been doing really, really well to keep this pressure up. Trying to just play patiently and fake anything out, but Triste is going to use opportunity to take their turn. It's going to connect onto the wrong target, and now this is an opportunity for Triste to find their way back, connecting with a Time Winder super, and that is going to be... That is it. That's going to be it. And now Triste find themselves 2-2.
Yep, we are heading into a game number 5, our first Game 5 of the bracket here, Panda, and I think this is going to be absolutely wild. Remember when I said Triste's adaptation is some of the best out there, and we could see it there. 2-1 down, game on the line, series on the line, tournament on the line. Does not matter to Triste. Hey, I'm going to use the information I learned, and I'm going to adapt and win.
So you got to stay cool, calm, and collected in the face of pressure. But Laust is going to keep it going. The break is going to be forced out from Triste. Ooh, getting caught in the freeze time from that time winder. But Laust is able to connect to keep enough space to take the turn back, and with Vi's relentless assault from that Vault Breaker is going to close the gap and keep the pressure up, and down goes Ekko. So it's all up to the Illaoi to try and take out these massive chunks of health bar from the side of Laust.
Yeah, and a nice infront, but the push block going to push them back, and Laust uses that opportunity to go in with the Ahri with that forward moving aggression, going to do a ton of damage onto this Illaoi here, and I feel like Laust has pretty much defined round number 1 here. It's pretty much already done.
Yeah, I mean, with the amount of chip damage coming out, I mean, Laust is just keeping it up. And then one girl Wrecking Crew command grab into the Crater Maker, into the level 3 super. It's a little bit of overkill, but it will get the job done.
Look, a good commentator friend of mine says, keep it simple, stupid. Why do more heavy execution combo when you can just utilize the super and confirm the victory? And it happened right there. Just keep it simple, stupid, confirm the victory, no need to accidentally drop anything.
Exactly. Oh, and what a block on the break coming out from Triste. Keeping their turn, Time Winder super coming out. Oh, but the roll into the grab is just going to keep Laust putting up that pressure. And Limit Break going to be coming out. The Stalking Dart trying to just create a little bit of mix-up, and that it does. It's going to allow Laust to force the break coming out from Triste. But nice parry. Oh, but the overhead mix-ups get tricky, and Laust is just going to find themselves on the back end of Triste's bat, and down Ahri falls.
Yeah, and now it's Triste the one with the advantage. We might be going to a final here, but not with Laust handling the electrics like that. And now we're in a 1v1 situation. Illaoi versus the Vi, and it's going to be the Illaoi with the start.
Two powerful women are remaining on the stage, and now they can connect with the level 1. Yes, it does. Oh, and it's going to connect by the Spirit Rush tag assist super, and now this is all Laust's story. Just keeping up the pressure. Yeah, good push block, and now all the down S1 to just send them up, and oh my goodness, both players are just playing for space. They do not want to let up, because one mistake is going to cost them. As soon as one of them gets caught, a combination is going to be coming their way. And
is that it?
Laust is going to be the first one to keep it going. Yes, it is. They have Fury to spare, but it doesn't even matter. Down they fall, and Laust makes their way to Grand Finals.
Yes, very nicely done from Laust.
These players fight fire with fire, but whose heart is going to burn brighter as we're going into Grand Finals? Laust versus Gambo. Let's see how it's going to be playing out.
Yeah, we're going to be starting things off with the Warwick, trying to push this Ahri into the corner, and he's going to get a stray hit, and he's going to get the secondary hit off the knockdown to combo off. Going to switch into the Vi, and a switch back into the Vi. Let me counter the Vi with a Vi, and take you to the corner.
Yeah, I mean, we're just turning this into a full-on boxing match right now, Hako. Now the break is going to be popped by Laust, and now just trying to keep the pressure up into Gambo. They still have their break, and they're able to keep the pressure up. Get themselves out of the corner. Yeah, get a little bit of breathing room, but not for long, because Laust is just going to be making their way back.
It's not going to connect.
The Vault Breaker super is going to be coming out. Ooh, but the S1 super coming out from Warwick is not going to find its mark. Now that is going to be forcing the breakout, and now Laust is on the aggression.
Happy birthday! Here's a nice gift to you. Loads of damage on both your characters. But the infront, but stays in the corner anyway, and the 2L going to connect as well, and that's going to be a dead Vi.
Yeah, that's all they wrote. This is one powerful punch you do not want to be on the rear end of. Unfortunately for Laust, they found themselves right in the kisser.
Oh, and the air-to-air as well from Vi. That's going to convert off. Has the meter to spend as well. Probably is going to spend it to convert and win this one. Oh no, just short.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
They managed to get the OTG into the S1 Super, and that's just going to be a clean finish coming out from Gambo.
Yeah, it looked like it almost dropped there, because that last hit came in very, very late. But the OTG conversion very nicely adjusted to from Gambo there.
Yeah, that 2L to just trying to get a little bit of pressure. Oh, but Tech's the air throw. Nicely done. Quick reactions. Oh, and the electric's going to get caught onto Laust. And now Gambo is using those denting blows to just send them straight into the wall. But they're not able to connect. They drop the combo. But with the tag, they're trying to mix them up. Trying to get a little bit tricky. But Laust has managed to find a way to take back the turn. And they're sending this wolf back into the grave as best they can. The Crater Maker trying to just keep the pressure up that they do. Oh, they get caught by the X1 Super.
That was just raw out of nowhere, that S1 Super. And the gap attack gets interrupted. And it's going to be a great punish from Gambo, leaving the Ahri to fend for themselves.
Laust looked like they had all the cards in their favor, but now they're getting slammed into the wall by that one girl wrecking through. The Super Crater Maker is just going to send them away and back. The sway is just going to be too much in the electrics. Into the wall
done.
they go. The denting blows. It's just too much for them to handle. There's not much that Laust is going to be able to do. And that is all she wrote.
Yeah, the wolf versus the fox at the end there from Gambo and Laust, and going to be the wolf coming out on top in game number 1. But remember, Laust did take a game off in their first set, so do not be worried if you thought Gambo was running away with it. Laust definitely has some more to offer here.
Laust has got some tricks in the bag that we're still waiting to see, but as they keep it going, the electric force field is going to interrupt them and catch them in the electrics. But look at how much HP Laust has lost. Gambo is in such a fine position to keep the pressure up. Trying to use the overhead, but able to jump, but they're going to catch them in the air. And now all of a sudden, Laust is just down to the Ahri.
Yeah, no, but I like the switch to the Vi so they could have the higher health character in the back to make the comeback there. So I did like the switch to the Ahri from Laust there, making sure they have the biggest opportunity to make the comeback as possible.
Oh, and that heavy in the air connects, and now this has allowed Laust to just pull off a combo. We are going to be getting the sweep into the limit break, trying to build up as much meter from the Fury as possible. And that is a great cross-up using that Stalking Dark. Laust is just going to be keeping Gambo into that corner, just keep popping that limit breaks, just try and find as much meter as possible.
Oh my days, going to be running in, the Ahri going to catch, nice interrupt, the Fury coming out, going to stop the pressure immediately, now going to spend the super, wait, that's going to go through the projectile!
That's going to go through the projectile straight away. Now this has allowed Gambo to take back the turn, and now Laust is using the Fury. It's what essentially is a ticking time bomb, and it's not going to find its mark because the Crater Maker is just going to keep them in the air, and they've not got much HP. They've not got much Fury. This is completely wasted, and now Laust has found themselves on the back foot. Oh, they take back the turn. Are they able to find anything? Managed to keep the box, but it's not going to be enough.
Yeah, what a great reaction from Gambo off of the Ahri super to use the super of their own and get through and gain the advantage to finish off that round. Really nicely done from Gambo there and get some damage off on the round start to in addition to that as well, Panda.
Oh, indeed it was. It was incredibly well done. And now as we're going into like the next round, Gambo finding themselves on the back foot all of a sudden. This is a little bit of a different script than what we've seen before. And all these air grabs coming out. Laust are done spectacularly well. Able to convert them into a nice combo. Keeping Gambo into the corner. But not able to find much more of it. Keeping the combo up. And they managed to connect onto Laust. Oh, what a convert. But down Vi falls. And all of a sudden Gambo found themselves on the back foot.
Yeah, and now the trade going to be output, but Gambo's still not down and out yet. Still has that Warwick with major damage in the back and is going to take out this Vi straight away. There's still a full health Ahri in the back to deal with, but there's at least one less character on the back.
Oh, the super coming out and it's going to connect. Managing to catch it frame for frame. That S1 super from Warwick is incredibly fast, very punishable, jumps over the overhead. Oh, but is this going to be an opportunity for Gambo to just find their way back?
Wait. Yes, it is. That's twice now Gambo has gone over the Ahri projectile and has found their way in with one of their characters. It's been really well done, but the air throw!
Oh my goodness, I don't think Laust has lost an air throw battle at all this bracket, and they are keeping their streak hot.
Yeah, we see a lot of Ahris actually output the air throw quite a lot of the time in the air because it just converts so well a lot of the time. And it's been used to great effect here. It's been paying dividends for Laust at the moment.
Yeah, the break is going to be used from both sides. And the parry coming out. And now this is going to be Laust taking back their turn, using the Spirit Rush to keep up the combo. And now as we're sending Gambo back into the corner, using the means to build up the limit break, and then using that crosser from
no.
the Stalking Dark is going to be massively done, and down falls Gambo. It's going to be all up to Gambo's Warwick to try and salvage the round.
Yeah, unfortunately jumps onto the same side there. A little bit of an empty jump mix-up from Laust. Really nicely done as the mix-up, as last time they did the full cross-up. But now Gambo in a dangerous situation and needs to find their way out of this pressure.
Oh, the parries! Oh, the parries coming out from both sides. And now this has allowed Gambo to take back the turn. We've seen how deadly Gambo's Warwick is. And now they're going to keep up the pressure. The OTG command grab into the limit break, sending them away. The parrying the Vi Super is going to allow them to take back the turn. And now the Crater Maker is going to go straight into level 3. And that's going to be Laust taking this round.
Ooh, let's have a look and see. I think it will be the round. Yes, it is. And Laust gonna even the game count to 1-1. Like I said to you, chat, do not worry, Laust still has some more to show us, and that makes it 1 apiece in the grand finals.
That it does. This is a nail biter of the series right off the rip. Neither side is relenting up. They are a storm waiting to happen, and when these two collide, it is an absolute natural disaster that is coming their way.
Oh my days, good pickup from Gambo here. That's going to try and send the Vi to the wall. Going to break out there to try and get some space, and does so. Oh my days!
Oh my god, the block coming out from Laust, blocking that break, allowing them to take back the turn, and now the Warwick is going to be down and out for the count from the bounce.
That was absolutely nuts stuff from Laust. Great idea when Gambo was going to break there, and a great catch yet again. Oh my days, Laust is feeling themselves right now. But here we go. Gambo needs to find a way out. The Gab attack is blocked! And Laust is just feeling the flow. And it's going to be another round on the board.
Oh my goodness, Laust is in their flow state now. They are as calm, as collected as can be. They are an unrelenting force. There is absolutely no letting up from them, and they are going to try and keep this momentum going. You can see it in their plays. They're setting themselves up masterfully, and they're going to just keep it up. The Orbit Deception Super coming out, just going to try and send Gambo into the corner, into that tag launcher, off the ground bounce, and now we're going to be using the denting blows to keep that wolf into the walls, and they're just going to keep going. They're not going to stop. The Super Crater Maker is going to send them down and out. A little bit of HP left. Oh, but they're going to get caught.
Okay, one more. But unfortunately, there's some time, there's some space for Gambo to get out of there. They're going to switch into the Vi, hopefully get some grey health back on the Warwick.
Oh, they're going to switch it up and try and get a little bit tricky with it, but that get-up attack is just going to be enough to take Warwick out. Oh.
Yeah, the trade on bounce started. Great Vi's think alike. And that's going to be a nice catch from Laust yet again.
Oh my goodness, what a block coming out from Laust. Reading Gambo like a book and being able to capitalize off it expertly well, grabbing them from the air into the denting blows, into the Vault Breaker, but it's not going to be enough, and now this is an opportunity for Gambo to take the game back.
Yeah, and the thing is, I must say, I really think Laust has got an idea of Gambo's timing, because this is now 3 or 4 times that we've seen Laust bait out the burst or bait out the fury or bait out something and get a full punish off of it. Laust really has a good idea of when Gambo wants to press these really punishable buttons, and they are getting the maximum advantage off of this. But unfortunately, Laust is in losers, so remember, not only do they need to win this best of 5, but they need to win another one right after, which might give Gambo the time needed to adjust.
Yeah, that in mind, because, you know, like you said, Laust has got to reset this bracket in order to have a chance of winning, but whereas Gambo's only got to win 1 best of 5. It's looking like it's going to be going their way, but what a block coming out from Laust. Once again, blocking that break, techs the throw, but they're going to keep Gambo into that corner. The electric. They just keep going. They do not stop. If you are Laust, you just keep it going. You bait out the block, and you just do not stop. This one, an absolutely relentless pursuit of barrages of blows. They're going to find themselves the limit break. They're just going to keep it up, and down falls Gambo.
Chat, did you block overhead or did you block low? I want to know if you got hit, because I certainly did in that situation.
What a parry coming out. And now this is going to be allowing Gambo to take back the turn. They might have been down, but they're certainly not out. And this dog's still got a lot of fight left in him. The ground bounce. And once again, to the limit break, trying to build up that fury, blocking that super assist. Not going to be able to find much of that Crater Maker assist. It's going to be able to find them. And it's going to keep them going.
Oh, the super's coming out.
It gets blocked. It gets blocked.
Okay, gonna spend the super. Wait, what's going on? Panda!
Oh, the Fury is getting blocked. This series is absolutely intense. It could be anyone's game, and it's going to be Gambo taking out the Vi. And now all of a sudden, we're in a bit of an even Stevens match. It's so close. The Fury is a ticking time bomb for Gambo. There's a lot of damage coming out, but it means nothing if you cannot get hit. And oh my goodness, and Gambo is going to get caught, and down they fall. And Laust is going to put themselves onto series point to reset the bracket.
Yeah, reset point right here. Remember when I said this game was going to be full of scrambles?
Consider my eggs scrambled.
Yep, here we go. Over easy right now. And now, going to send them to the corner. Big damage from Laust on the horizon. Reset point. Going to switch into the Ahri. Look for those mix-ups. I got hit yet again. I don't blame you, Gambo.
Oh my goodness, the absolute relentless assault of barrages coming out from Laust. It's going to be so difficult for Gambo to find their turn, but they managed to with a slither of HP. They're going to try and keep this going. Oh, but the break is not close enough, and it doesn't even matter. This is allowing Gambo. Oh, but they managed to whiff their turn, and now
they're trapped. Oh, gonna handshake tag. Wow, the double handshake tag is going to catch both characters, and Gambo is going to be the one getting the advantage out of this situation, since they handshake tag first, I think, and reacted to Laust's tag in to end them at range 0, but nice parry, and that's going to send them to the wall. Very dangerous situation. Here's the mix-up.
And down goes the Warwick. This is going to be an opportunity for Gambo to showcase the 2x KO, the electrics in the corner. A third HP left. Is it going to be enough? Super Crater Maker. It's not going to find its mark, but it's sure as hell going to do a lot of damage. But it doesn't even matter because the 2-touch is all they needed.
Yeah, wrong side there from Laust. Just gets caught by the get-up meaty, and now we are heading into round number 3. All important round number 3 here for Laust to reset the bracket for Gambo to have their winner's side dreams alive right here.
Yeah, oh, what a parry coming out from Laust right there. Calm and collected, cool as a cucumber. And now as they take the turn back, they send Gambo from one side to the other. They're just not going to stop. The pushback doesn't even matter because the Vi is just there to keep that relentless barrage. That happy birthday doing absolutely major damage. That super Crater Maker is going to just absolutely pummel them. That is his one birthday I do not want to be attending.
Yeah, I know. I'm returning that gift immediately. Just give me the receipt right now. But here we go. Laust with one character already down on Gambo's end. And now just the Warwick remaining before this bracket reset becomes truly real.
Oh, manages to get the anti-air. Now Gambo's got an opportunity to try and take it back, but it's got an absolutely big hill to climb. All it starts is with a single step. But are they able to find it? No, they're not, because the parry is going to be coming out. And now Laust is finding themselves on the aggression. Oh, and they keep it going. You don't know if they're going to block high, block low.
Yep.
And that is all she wrote. And now we have a bracket reset going into our grand finals.
Yes, we have bracket reset. And like I said, Laust just has some sort of timing on Gambo. And I think the more time goes on, the more Laust gets an understanding of Gambo's timing. Gambo really needs to switch up you know, what they're doing here in terms of when they're timing their buttons and what they're pressing, because, you know, Laust just really has the whole library on them right now, and if it keeps on going this way, I wouldn't be surprised if Laust keeps taking games.
Exactly that. I mean, Laust has got the wind in their sails. They've got the goddess's blessing shining upon them. So what it seems, can Gambo do anything to stop Laust from taking what could potentially be one of the closest brackets we have seen in quite some time?
Yep. Gonna be a Baron buff, flashing it straight down mid, and here we go into the grand finals. Reset, new game, new start. Gambo just gotta forget about set number 1 and move on.
That they do. You gotta just, the brackets reset that mental, start afresh, and Gambo is doing just that. It was a really good start from Laust to, parry the opener, but with Gambo keeping up the pursuit, it's gonna allow them to take their turn back. Oh, nice spacing coming out from Gambo, keeping their space, allowing them to punish the whiffs, and they're just going to keep it up. The OTG grab is just going to sink their claws right into Vi, and now that is a lot of damage coming out.
Oh my
and with the tags into the handshake tag launcher, they're just going to keep it up.
Wait, there's still more! Wait, there's still more! And the bloodlust and the throw! Oh my days!
I don't think that Gambo could have played that any better. That was an absolutely picture-perfect round, and they're just going to keep it going. They're going to just paint themselves an absolute masterpiece. The Fury is available for Laust, but you don't want to be popping it because it's just going to be a hero burst. Don't waste your resources. Just try and fight with what you got. But unfortunately, they're going to be saving them. Oh, they do win the super!
Wait, it might be time. Let's see. Still has an opportunity here. Has got Gambo in the corner. If they take out this Warwick, this may be... Oh, the burst not blocked that time.
Oh, they are going to force it out. And then the Laust is going to find the Warwick after an absolute relentless barrage. The resource has to be used from Gambo.
And they have Fury as well. Laust might actually want to use this as a hero burst. Who knows? They have a big opportunity here to actually steal a round away from Gambo.
It's an option. It's an option. And can we see it come to fruition? We might very well do, but they block the anti-air. The HPs are starting to get even. And all the air grab coming out from Laust. And Laust managed to turn it around. He's managed to do what we thought was the impossible.
I didn't even need to use Fury! Didn't even need to use Fury! Still has break for round number 2! This is crazy from Laust!
Oh my god, Laust is just in absolute peak flow state right now. I don't think he could be playing this game any better than he already is. Using that stalking dart to try and just get a mix-up, but the turn is going to be taken and they're going to be pushed back into the corner. A really good, valiant effort for an opening start. They're not going to be finding much as they keep themselves there. The stalking dart is going to be keeping the space, and now Gambo has an opportunity to take Laust down.
Yeah, big damage right here. Nice air throw. Going to be picking it up. Normally, it's Laust that we see doing the air throws with the Ahri, but Gambo going to use it with a Vi this time to get off a ton of damage and hopefully take out the Vi straight away. Still has some meter to burn. Going to spend the cash. Let me cash out the bank.
Not quite able to get the elimination onto the Vi. Oh, and then Laust is just going to be able to keep the pressure going, but it's not enough. It was a good opportunity for them to force a breakout, but now they find themselves in a little bit of a deficit situation.
Yeah, gonna trade. Oh, the Warwick's gonna get a straight hit. Can't convert off of it though. And now the Ahri. Not again. Don't do it again, Laust. Don't do it again.
Laust has been in these situations one too many times. They understand what they need to do. Thankfully, this time they've got a lot more HP to their name than they did before, so they've got a lot of room to play with. Blocking that super, but they're not going to be blocking that special, and now this is an opportunity for Laust to continue and convert. Orb Deception super just keeping Warwick into the corner.
Oh my
using
days.
that limit break to build up the Fury. Stalking Dart to try and create a mix-up, and do they get hit by the level 3? No, they do not. They're going to keep it going. They've still got burst to game. Doesn't even matter, because that's going to be game number 1 of the reset final.
And 2 Ahri clutches from Laust makes it an absolute corker. They are running with the momentum right now, and Gambo can't let that affect their mental, because if they do, then Laust is just going to run away with this reset.
That they are right now. Laust is an absolute tsunami. The tidal waves of momentum riding in their back is absolutely enormous, but this might be an opportunity for Gambo to take it back. As they're able to keep it going, they managed to catch Laust in the electrics. Oh, but the roll-arounds are going to shake things up. And oh, what a parry coming out. Oh, they managed to break through Gambo's defense, forcing the breakout, creating some space, and all the Crater Maker assist is going to stop the Vi. Oh, but they're going to block the super, and this is going to be an opportunity for Laust to take back the turn, sending Gambo into the corner with the electrics. We know how this one goes. That's a lot of punches. That's a broken jaw. That's a lot of damage.
Ooh.
It just keeps going.
Yes, but Warwick going to spend the super and going to take out the Vi. But again, it's the Ahri in the back. The Ahri's always in the back. And this must be some PTSD for Gambo right now.
Yeah, I mean, shiver me timbers, Gambo must be quaking right now. He's been in this situation one too many times, but thankfully for Gambo, this script is not going to be retold.
Yes, absolutely. Finally, a game or round on the board, I should say, for Gambo in this Grand Finals reset after being so close to one so many times. But Laust, we know, is probably going to be looking at stopping that flow immediately. But Gambo really needs to ride this one round momentum all the way to the victory right now. Or else if you let Laust get back in the game, it's going to be pretty much over.
It's going to be a very, very difficult situation for Gambo if they let Laust do their thing, which unfortunately for them is exactly what they're going to be doing. It's going to be forcing the breakout. Warwick is very close to getting their bloodlust meter full, and this is an opportunity for Gambo to try and find an opening. But Laust is going to be finding it first, using that Crater Maker into the Super Crater Maker to keep the pressure up. Not much in terms of mix-ups like the Stalk and Dart, but they are going to find the Electric. Now Gambo is going to return the favor.
Yeah, and I'm very happy with the way that Gambo is actually playing now, because you can see Gambo is actually trying to switch up their timing a lot more. You can see a lot more backdashes, trying to find some of the catches with a keep out, and Laust is kind of doing the same thing. They're also, you know, doing some backdashes, trying to catch Gambo on the run-in, and this is what happens in these longer sets, is the more time you have, the more you find someone's timing, and the more you have to adjust, and you adjust to each other. So now the opponents know that they found each other's timing. Now they have to switch the timing, and both players are doing that to a T right now.
Yeah, and now that's forced Laust to pop their fury, and now thanks to Gambo's super Vault Breaker Super, they're going to find themselves game number 2. So 1-1 in final bracket reset. I feel like this script has been told once before. Could the outcome be the same?
Yeah, a little bit of a sense of deja vu for our players right now. But moving in with the overhead, that's going to be a big round start combo for Gambo. This is going to be good damage, and we're going to be putting Vi in the corner, but a nice burst out early from Laust. Just going to stop the pressure immediately, and the throw is going to allow them their own pressure against Gambo in the corner.
Yeah, oh my goodness, nice electric from Gambo into the sway to take back the corner, sending out the Vi. Didn't even need to use a break, so they've still got it in their back pocket. But Laust has always got the Ahri, and we know how deadly that is. So Gambo cannot let up, blocks the get-up attack, takes back the turn, forcing out the break, creating space between the Fox and the Wolf. Oh, but the air grab is going to be finding its mark, and now Laust is just going to find themselves in the corner from these denting blows, and this is a lot of damage into the tag launcher, and now the Warwick is going to find their prey, keeping them in, slashing those claws, and finding their mark.
Yeah, as far as I can see it, you know, I think Laust is kind of switching away from their main game plan a little bit too much. You know, what they were doing in set number 1 was so good, and as soon as they saw Gambo try and make an adjustment here, they immediately switched to a slower style, kind of more keep out, trying to catch Gambo on an aggressive run-in or trying to catch them doing an aggressive option. And I think that's taken away from Laust's main playstyle that was working so well earlier a little bit, because you can tell they aren't as familiar playing this sort of idea. And because they're comfortable with the lead, I think that's allowing Gambo a little bit more time to adjust, and Gambo is just taking that opportunity fully.
But Laust is finding a really good opportunity to whittle down Warwick's health bar by quite a chunk, and now so is Vi's health bar is going to start falling down as Laust just keeps up the pressure. Tag launcher into the Ahri, just sending them down into the Orbit Deception Super, trying to just keep them into the corner as much as they can, using that limit break to build up as much meter as possible. Oh, that pushback is going to be able to find
nice!
You know, mark, and now this has allowed Gambo to convert off of it ever so nicely. Now Laust isn't going to be able to, you know, break or block or do anything. They're just going to have to lose out on the Ahri and just leave the rest to Vi.
Yeah, absolutely, and it was a great jump in from Gambo to catch that. But you can see the patience, you can see the respect from both players now. compared to where we were at the start of the set with both players holding forward and so many scrambles, now they're actively holding back away from each other. You can see the respect between these two growing as the set goes on, and this is the thing, when you get to these longer sets between two top tier players, it becomes far more about the layers. And one thing I would love to see Laust do is go back to the idea they had in set number 1, because that was working so well, and this slower play doesn't seem to be working as well for them. It actually seems to be more in Gambo's favor, Laust switching their timing. Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I think Laust needs to go back to what they were doing earlier.
And I think they're going to be able to do just that. They managed to take one off the board, and you know, Gambo used that break earlier on, so they've got nothing to the name. And whilst Laust still has the Fury ticking down, it's just going to be a lot of damage, and Laust is going to be able to find themselves around on the board, making a start of what potentially could be a comeback.
Yeah, there we go. Laust with the level 3 coming out, and they are going to go a 1-to-1 in game number 3 here. But luckily, we are playing a best of 5, so it's not over after this round.
No, it's not. We've still got potentially a couple more matches to go. And now Gambo is keeping up the aggression, going into that level 1 super. You know, a lot of damage coming out. Half of Ahri's HP bar is already gone. The get-up attack is going to find its mark, but the super Crater Maker assist is not. But they managed to convert off of it. And now as the electrics come out, poor Warwick's health bar. Send that dog to the kennel, because they are going to be kept back into the wall thanks to the throw. Crater Maker keeping them in check, and now Laust is not letting Gambo have a moment breath.
Yeah, that Warwick is in the doghouse right now, unfortunately, but the low check going to connect from Gambo, and maybe this Fox is in the pound as well. We'll see what happens right here. I think that's going to be a dead Ahri.
That it is indeed, and now we've got a boxing match on our hands as we go into the final round of game number 3, and who's going to find their mark first? In fact, it's going to be Gambo blocking. Oh, both Furies have been popped.
Yeah, and both at full health as well. Laust with a bit of a meter advantage in terms of things, but the Fury's just run out, and now it's Gambo's turn. But Laust going to time out the Fury with their combo, and this is so advantageous for Laust. Can also spend the level 3, and they're going to do exactly that.
I think this is going to connect, take them out, and have Laust take the game.
No, they're alive!
No, it's not! Oh, it's a magic pixel! Chip damage.
Yep, chip damage going to end off the round, and now Laust 1 game away from resetting the bracket and taking the tournament from losers. 2 rounds, that is 240 seconds away potentially. So we'll see if Gambo can take these 4 minutes and send us to a game 5.
Indeed, because if you're Gambo right now, you're going to be really feeling the pressure. You've got to try and just keep it in the back of your mind as best you can. Do not let it cloud your judgment. Otherwise, you're going to be making silly mistakes. But Gambo is not going to succumb to the pressure.
Yep.
And it's going to take their turn back.
Yeah, good pickup right there. Ahri going to get blocked and punished, finds their way in, handshake tag into the Warwick and says goodbye Ahri, your comeback character is no more, and now I'm going to take out the Vi as well. And I'm sure Gambo feels a lot safer with the Vi as the comeback character rather than the Ahri in the back there. And I think this is something Gambo needs to do, is to try and focus down this Ahri rather than focus down the Vi. But now Laust says you need to be scared about my Vi as well, because it's doing damage to your team.
Yeah, Laust is saying to Gambo that he's not just a one-trick pony. He's got a few more tricks up their sleeve, and they kind of try and keep it tricky. But Gambo is also trying to just mix them up. But Laost's defense is just absolutely impenetrable, and they manage to get the parry, and they keep it going. Oh, the
can't get anything off of it.
Gambo not finding their mark, but they keep the pressure up. Oh, and the Crater Maker assist is able to keep them in the air, and now all of a sudden, Laust falls down.
Yeah, now Gambo 1 round away from sending us to a game 5, but we could get a reverse no round here from Laust. We'll see what happens. The air throw from the area, as we've seen so many times from Laust so far this set, and after a great start in round number 2 here, Panda.
Oh my goodness, what an absolute block coming out from Laust. These reads on these breaks have been absolutely spectacular from Laust. Just reading them like it's a familiar tale But now Gambo has an opportunity to take it back. Not much damage has been done on the side of Laust as the pressure keeps going, and now Laust is going to take the turn back into a happy birthday situation. They keep it going. They keep the members in the air, and now the Orb of Deception is going to keep it going. Are we going to be seeing a double knockout? Yes, we are! Wow! Oh my god!
KO!
Who would have thought?
Beautifully done from Laust right here. But Laust now one game away, one round away, 120 seconds away from taking the tournament. Gambo says, no, not just yet. I'm not going to let you take it away from me from the winner's side. Let me take out your Ahri first. Your comeback character's not going to be sticking around for long. And I have Break in the back as well as the resource. So you're going to have to do a lot of work, Laust, if you want to take me away from making this a game 5.
Yeah, I mean, Gambo's got all the cards to play for. They've got nothing to lose, and Laust is on their final lifeline as the Vault Breaker Super is going to send them to the wall, but Laust is going to be able to take their turn back using those Vault Breaker punches and the sway to close the gap. Oh, but Gambo is going to take the turn back, but from the strings of defenses, it's going to break through, and now Laust is going to get slowly chipped away, but you can see that Fury is nearly there.
The double down spent. Fury on the horizon.
They've got a lot to play with now. They've got some meter, and now they've got a Vi in their combo. They're going to keep it up. Oh, but they're going to be blocking. Oh, Fury's going to get popped. Oh, and now Gambo is going to get caught out, and now Laust is going to be taking this turn back. Are they going to be able to make a miracle run?
No way, the boss!
Look at no, they're not going to be able to do it. The electrics is going to stop them. And now Gambo is going to take us to a final game.
Game 5. Grand Finals reset. What more could you want, chat? This is some of the best 2x KO you're going to be watching. Here we go. Game number 5. Grand Finals reset. One game for the tournament. Here we go.
And Laust is going to start things off with a nice quick mix-up onto Gambo, and they're going to just take their turn and just send this dog to the corner, and they're going to just keep up the pressure using that limit break, getting the resources. Both sides have break ready and available. Laust is going to be the first to pop it, and now they're going to be baiting out the electrics, and now it's going to be forcing Gambo's break, and now this is going to keep up a relentless pursuit that Laust is not going to be able to get themselves out of.
Yeah, to the corner now from Gambo. There's going to be a lot of damage. Jumps in, cross up overhead. That's going to be... Oh no, the Ahri's still alive. I thought they were dead there. They still have an opportunity. They're thrown to the corner.
Oh, the Crater Maker. Oh, just whiffing. And now Gambo is going to get caught out by it. And now this is an opportunity for Laust to just send the Vi into the other side of the wall, into the tag launcher.
That's the meter.
Using the SU Super. Oh, but the block is not going to take him out. Oh, they take the turn back. They take the turn back.
Oh, the punish after the super from Gambo. Still has Vi, still has Warwick. There's a full health Vi for Laust's side. They have a level 3. Oh my days, what a catch. Wait a second, the left.
Oh no, oh no, they get low check. They get low check. And now this is the level 3. And this dog is being sent to the pound. Put the collar on the bad boy. And now Laust is going to be putting themselves onto series point.
No way. They spinned the level 3. They confirm the round. And now... Gambo still has break, but Laust is going to have break ready for round number 3 if needed. I would argue that if Gambo chooses not to spend it, they probably shouldn't spend it. They're going to spend it early in this round, so hopefully they can go back in time for round number 3. Here we go now. Gambo trying to backdash away, find a whiff. Can't find one, but finds an engagement onto the Vi. And Gambo's looking to send this to a double Luigi's final round, maybe.
Exactly, they're going to try to do their best. Oh, they're going to have to force a tag on. Now they're in a bit of a sandwich situation. They're being able to get out of it, but Gambo is just trying to keep it going. But they're going to lose their turn, and they're going to lose some life. And now as they're falling down closer to 0, Laust is going to just keep it going. They've got break, they've got meter, but they have not got a turn.
Yeah, have to use the break there. And unfortunately, this means they might not have it in time for round 3 if we even get that. But the parry! Oh, can't get anything off of it. Unfortunately there. The Warwick going to be aggressing against the Vi here. The throw is going to connect to the wall. We're going to get a pickup off the OTG, and that's going to be a dead Vi.
Oh my goodness. The Crater Maker into the Warwick assist, into the Super Crater Maker is just going to take Laust out. But their Ahri is nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah, we've seen them make this comeback many a time. but they don't have the Fury this time around either to spend. So now the Ahri just going to have to do it all on their lonesome. Nice catch onto the Vi. That's going to be good damage, especially with the level 3s.
They managed to take the turn back, and now that's forcing the block, but they read them like a book. They keep the combo going. They're going to put this dog into the corner. The Orbit Deception Super is just going to keep chipping away their helper, and they managed to find the connection just in the nick of time.
Oh my days, the Vi versus the Ahri for the tournament right here. Here we go. Going to see if we keep the tournament alive and go ahead to double Luigi's. The air throw going to connect. Normally we see the Ahri do that.
Wait, we're going to be going into a final round. We're going to go into a final round. We're going into a final.
Almost dropped, but here we are. Double Luigi's, 120 seconds for the tournament. Gambo or Laust. Here we go. Let's go. 120 seconds on the timer. Here we go. Handshake tag straight into the corner. But nice interrupt from Laust to get the first combo of the game.
We're going into the final countdown now, Hako, and it's all to play for. And right now, Laust is looking absolutely on fire. Oh, the parry coming out from Gambo, but it's not going to be enough. Laust has got the break in their back pocket just in case they need it, but they're just going to keep the pressure up. And now Gambo is going to be handshake tagging into the work. That's going to be forcing the breakout from Laust. And now with the stalking dart, it's just going to put Gambo into a precarious situation where they're just going to get grabbed. They're going to get ground pounded. The denting blows keep them into the wall. The limit break is going to be finding the meters.
It was a nice switch to keep the Vi alive in the back there as well. But now they have Drake as well. They have Drake available. Going to try and jump out the corner. Can't get anything. Has some space now to play around in. We're back into neutral. Neither of these characters want to commit. But nice catch. Happy birthday.
Oh my goodness, this is a happy birthday situation from Gambo. This is going to be a really good opportunity for them to try and find as much out of it as possible. But Laust is going to take back the turn. It's going to force a breakout. And now Laust is getting really close to their own break. But their Vi is getting close to the danger zone of losing their life.
They're going to be dead. Level 3.
Level 3. Oh no, the limit break.
No,
wait, no, it's not. No, it's not.
Going to spend the level 1. Yes, that's going to be a dead Vi.
Okay.
Good. Okay. Conserve the resources. And now it's going to be the comeback Ahri with 6 bars of meter and Fury for Laust. We've seen them do this before.
Oh, the super assist is going to be used. The grab onto Gambo into the danger zone. They go, but they stop the assist. Oh, that's chipped. That's a lot of chip damage. And now this dog is going down. And now all of a sudden, Laust is finding themselves onto tournament point. Could they win this? Could they take this? Or does Gambo have an answer for their questions?
Oh, nice catch. The Fury going to come out. It's blocked. No way. Oh, it's blocked.
Oh, my goodness.
He's going to get it.
No way did Laust find their way out of that scramble, and congratulations to Laust. You are our jam session number 9 tournament winner from the losers. An absolutely Cinderella run if I've ever seen one myself.
Oh my days, it happened yet again. We saw so many comebacks with that Ahri, with the Fury, with the meter, and it happened there to finish off the tournament. Laust with that comeback Ahri, with their staple comeback Ahri, was the story of the tournament, and they ended it off with exactly that. Congratulations to Laust. What an amazing player. What an amazing tournament. But Gambo, pat yourself on the back as well. What an amazing second place. You played your heart out there. That has been absolutely amazing. What a tournament. Panda, let the people know where they can find you after that amazing cast. Let me know.
Oh my goodness, what an absolutely amazing bracket I was able to be a part of. Thank you so much for letting me be here on Strike Fierce Jam Session. And if you want to find me, I'm Panda Richie Casts on X. You know, I don't really post too much, but you can find a lot of the stuff that I do on there. And it was an absolute blast.
Yeah, absolutely. If you want to see some more of me, I am at Jacobian Pereira on Twitter, and everywhere else, I'm at 12HackabouDeath. You can find me over there. You'll see me doing a ton of commentary shenanigans on a ton of different games, so please feel free to follow me on there for any updates on my goings on. But as well as that, shout out to the Jam Sesh team, the Strike Fierce team. Of course, if you want to, type !socials in the chat. Strike Fierce is the place to be. You can go and check out the online jam sessions where For example, you can be the first players to sign up to these online tournaments right here at Strikefierce FGC if you join the Discord. If you want to check out the Twitter and find out what's going on every other week with Strikefierce, go and follow that as well. But also we have the offline locals in Northampton at the Garibaldi Hotel. So please go ahead and check those out. They are some of the best locals in the UK, in the Midlands, with some of the best TOs out there. So please do go ahead and follow us on everything. Follow all the socials, exclamation mark socials in the chat, to follow the Discord, follow the Twitter for updates on anything Strikefierce. As well as that, one of the best ways to support local is by purchasing the stickers. They are cheap, they are great quality, they are absolutely amazing. I've purchased 3 of them. I have one on my water bottle, I have one on my laptop, I have one on my fight stick. They are absolutely amazing quality, and it's the best way to support the locals. So please do go ahead and get some stickers. It is the best way to support us and running our tournaments. So please do go ahead, support the TOs, support the amazing tournament that are putting on here at Strikefierce. And thank you guys so much for watching Jam Session Online. We will see you all next time. Cheerio, guys. Bye-bye.
See you later.